It's good, YouTube. Cardfight King here, Aqua Life Baby. You already know how it is. A little different location than I've been in. I'm just sitting down in my staircase. Um, I was watching something and then I was like, let me record this tournament report. So we had another tournament today. Um, again, we're still due to the pandemic, we're still limiting participants. So today didn't have, we didn't have max, but we, had I guess you could say a competitive turnout, so to speak. Um, so I was thinking before the tournament, I was like, what deck do I want to play today? Not too sure. Um, Thought about going in with Ravon again. I mean, he's always my first choice to go into tournaments with. But then I was like, you know what? I might go with Maelstrom. But I decided against that because I have not done the testing I wanted to do with the deck this week. But I did play test after the tournament today. And I definitely want to kind of go back to an older build of Maelstrom, kind of with some new support, but you know what I mean. Um, However, I decided to play with my brother's Narukami Vanquisher deck, the one you guys saw a profile of. So round one of the tournament. So apparently there were four Vanquishers. So definitely, you know, actually more than half the field today was actually playing Vanquisher. So played Vanquisher round one. I played the mirror match. I ended up winning the mirror match 2-1. Uh, what had happened was that I I won game one. He rode in a Gauntlet Buster first, and with Gauntlet Busters pretty much PG and go on with your day. I again, I PG'd, went on with my day, did the Vanquisher combos, had Jaggy Shot, and I got off some pretty good attacks. And then just ended up closing the game on turn four really. Um, Game two, I was grade stuck at one for 4 turns. I kept damaging my grade twos. I was top decking into triggers. It was really bad. So couldn't play that. And then game three ended up winning. Kind of same fashion. He rode Gauntlet Buster first, but he rode Gauntlet Buster first. But I was able to see Vanquisher, see Jaggy Shot, and kind of build up a sweet advantage from there, and then close out the game following turn. Um, then round two, I played against Nubatama. I won that one 2-0. Pretty much both games went the same. Saw Vanquisher, saw Jaggy Shot, saw Cho-O. Was able to draw into a Shatora. Just a lot of battle phase combos. And game two was actually kind of hard because he had a battle door. He had a battle door out there that had like two force protect two markers under it. The Nubatama card that reduces your hand size. So he was playing that one. So my guarding was limited despite as much hand advantage as I had. My blocking was limited just due to that. But I discarded smartly, kept PGs in hand, kept high shield value to prepare for his turn, and I was able to close out both games more or less in the same fashion. And then the final round three, played against Black Steve. Black Steve was playing with his Chrono Fang deck. He actually has a new build of Chrono Fang. That's actually a lot better than the deck profile that we did. Pretty much what he did was he cut like the grade one that Counterblast one, ditch a card, retire something, and he also cut I think like 2 copies of the grade 1 that counts as a grade 3, and and if you hit on your turn 1, you get to bind a card from your hand and draw a card. He cut that down to 2. He put in 3 Mamene. Mamene really was there just for a lot of filtering, just for extra filtering to get to your Chrono Fang, but also to get get to other pieces as well. So that card was working really well. Game one, he kind of like he I misplayed heavily game 1. Like um Game 1, I forgot to use Phoenix. Sometimes, again, I don't play Narukami often, but I forgot Phoenix was in the drop zone. When I bound something, I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna buy something during the battle phase. Like, no, you're not gonna buy anything during the battle phase. But I forgot to bring out. I forgot to bring out Phoenix. I forgot to restand Cho-Oh because I forgot he was like at the end of the battle, the Vanguard. I was just so. I played really, really bad game 1. Game 2, Black Steve made a mistake where he was, he kind of like because he had like I think he had like 3 copies of a Mene on the board and whatnot. He was doing the whole draw discard, thing and whatnot, but he missed the timing on one Mene one turn, and then I think on another turn he missed using He missed the timing to use Chrono Fang's ability to get the triple drive and an extra critical. So. He did misplay in there, which I guess allowed me to, conserve a little bit more hand and wasn't as pressurizing. So I was able to take I was able to take game 2, and then game 3. Game 3 is like when we actually both played proper. We knew abilities. I didn't see Phoenix all game. I actually didn't see Phoenix till my last draw, but pretty much it was a lot of back and forth. I survived multiple rebellions. He was able to survive the attacks. He hit a double heal trigger on 4 and was able to stay down at 3. I hit a lot of draw. I had quite a bit of draw triggers to keep up my hand, but it was just a lot of back and forth. But it came down to where he, after his last rebellion turn, he was out of being able to use rebellion. He didn't have any of the proximity worker or whatever, the one that puts the you could put a card from your drop zone to the bottom of the deck, and if it's a grade 3 or higher, Soul Blast to draw a card. I think he ran out of that one as well. So, he was going to be Fangless or Rebellionless going into his next turn, but I top decked a Phoenix. I needed to bind 3 cards to at least get Vanquisher's ability on live. So I bound the Phoenix. I pushed up both of my Mighty Bolt Dragoons, and they were sitting at 23k a piece because I was able to bind one card from his hand. The binding from card from his hand was actually clutch because you gotta decide on like which shield you're gonna, your opponent has to decide what they want to get rid of, and getting rid of even if it's just a 5k shield, that's like an extra shield that they could have used to help supplement blocking. But he did that. I swung for 22 at his Vanguard. He no-guarded it. He was at 4 damage. He no-guarded it, and I ripped a double crit. So, ended up winning locals again. And, so far we've been doing pretty well this season. Next week, I'm definitely not going to play a competitive deck next week. I'm going to mention this in my deck update video because we're going to be adding a new clan to the roster. I don't know if I think I explored with this again, before, but I never kind of went through with completing it. But we're going to be adding Asha to our deck roster. Yes, you heard it here. We're going to be playing Neo Nectar, pretty much for the remainder of the summer, in a way, playing Asha Neo Nectar. I really like the deck. I've been playing the deck a lot on area, just figuring out my build. The competitive version of the deck, you don't even need a lot of the cards that were that previously came out before in older sets. You can make a very competitive deck out of Asha with just other than the PG that came out, but you get one in the trial deck. You can make a very competitive deck with just the cards that come out, like the whole Maiden archetype, whatnot, like Sella, Anelma, There's another great too that because you can give your Vanguard 5K. There's a lot of stuff that you can do with the deck, and the whole point of the deck is to get out your fairy tokens, pump up your Vanguard, swing face. You can save and conserve a lot of hands. You could do different combos with the with the tokens that you do happen to call out. Like token generation in the deck is very good. But you're not like over, you're not, well, it's like kind of like you're not overdoing it. And a lot of times you're really only going to be boosting your Vanguard and maybe one other column, but not really. So, we'll see. But so far, I really like the Asha deck. I've already got I've already bought a case split or a play set split. Pre-ordered my trial decks. Or trial deck because I picked up 3 PGs today through trade. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing with Asha and adding that to the deck roster. Like I said, and I'm going to be doing a deck roster update. There are going to be a few cuts we're going to make and then a few additions we're going to make. I'm still iffy on one of the decks. I'm thinking about cutting. But I don't know. And we'll see what happens when Silver Dust Blaze comes out, and we start getting the testing on area and whatnot for the Silver Dust Blaze set. But we'll see. But this has been Cardfight King, Aqua Life Baby. You already know how it is. And thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow the Twitch, twitch.tv/CardfightKing. And we're out.